Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you all? I hope everyone is cool. Quick mic testing 1 2 3 4 5. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know. Going for the price action. Good morning, Liza. The names are going to keep coming to the at the rate of. Hey, Donija, thanks for that penguin, brother. Faddy, thank you, brother. But good morning, brother. You guys can hear me, right? The sound is clear. Good sound. Thank you, brother. To the weekly candle so far, and you can see this was the last week candle. So for this week candle, both of these 2 week candle is inside that week candle, that weekly candle. So price didn't go above that high, price didn't go below that low. It all of this price action is inside this candle. After that big run in that specific week, that candle was expected. That means it's not going anywhere. It's gonna be in a range bound. That means there will be a range. So in that week, if you remember, I was here and this market was in a specific range. It was not extremely bearish, it was not extremely bullish. Now after that inside candle or the pause, market should give me the expansion, something like that. I mean, at least it has to take the high of that candle or the low of that candle. If it take the high of this candle, I can look for the low of this candle. If it could take the low of this candle, I could look for the high of that candle. Unfortunately, this market went very near that high. Yesterday my expectation was, depending on that CPI, to be honest, I didn't know that yesterday was not the CPI. I've seen that in Forex Factory that when it was the CPI. By the way, I wanted to see it will go higher, it will take this high, but this line will be respected. That means nobody is going to close above this line. Daily candle will go above this high, there will be weak, market will respect that minus 2.5 standard deviation, then it will start to fall for this liquidity area, this candle low, this candle low. This is the liquidity void area. Still there is a lot of liquidity. It will come here, and then finally if it can break this gap, which is the weekly bullish gap, this relatively equal lows, this relatively equal lows, they will be my target, and finally this bullish parabolic gap will be my target. Yesterday market didn't clear that high. Why it left that liquidity? When a market works inside a candle, a daily candle, or yeah, this is a daily candle actually, not from the weekly chart, it's inside the daily candle. This is the Friday candle actually. So when the market is inside a candle, it's in range. You can ask me why is that? Because most of the big hedge fund bank, they trade on daily chart. Okay, they don't trade a 1 minute chart, 2 minute chart, 5 minute chart. No, they trade daily chart, 4 hour chart, weekly chart, not even 1 hour chart. The lowest time frame so far I know, according to ICT himself, 4 hour chart is the lowest time frame for them to trade. So when they say this market is inside a candle or inside a daily candle, most of the time they don't try to enter, because this Whole market is inside a candle, so they try to enter when this market actually go outside of that range. So if I come to the daily chart, you can see this, that daily, I'm sorry, that daily candle, Friday candle, all of this price action inside this daily bearish candle. So until this market is not leaving this range, that candle high, that candle low, it's not leaving that range, it's really so difficult to trade. That week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it was absolutely expected that it's gonna be a range. Okay, the candles are going to be sideways candle. Then when it started to go higher, break that bearish gap, I also confirmed that this buy side or this high is going to be taken, and then this market will start to fall for this, for that relatively equal lows, for that low, and finally for this relatively equal lows. Market didn't do that. Come here, made the relatively equal highs, falling. If you ask me, I can't think about the sell right now. I mean, there is no logic for thinking about sell here, as the market has built a perfect resistance over here from the daily chart. So I can't think about the sell. I have to think about the buy. There is no other opportunity, no other option for me without thinking about the buy from this higher time frame. Now, before going higher, how far this market can fall? That is the question. We'll work on that. Okay, so how long it can fall before going higher, before taking this relatively equal lows, or maybe after taking this relatively equal lows, without taking this low, is this market going to take that high, or whatever it is, we'll talk about that. But from the daily chart, weekly chart, I can't think about the fall, I can't think about the bearishness, even though my bias is bearish, even though everything is bearish, until this line is not broken. But when this liquidity is left over here, this high, that high, relatively equal highs, until this is staying open over there, I can't think about the sell. After leaving them open, if this market keep falling, I will be wrong every single day until this market is not going to close below that low. So if it close below this low, the daily chart, okay, so something like that, maybe this market didn't take that high. Instead of taking this high, this market has built a bearish gap here. Here somewhere there is a bearish gap. This market tapped to this bearish gap. After tapping to this bearish gap, it fall, clear that low of that candle. If it happens, I'll be wrong every single day. Instead of that, if this market work like this way, take that high. After taking this high, if the body doesn't close above this line, which is this line, I'll be bearish and I'll catch all of this fall. This is coming, okay? Very soon, very near, it is coming. Trust me, this is all the bubble. Right now, the world situation is not right, but this market is, every market is going higher. So this is building a bubble. A big crash is coming. I believe so, brother. Trust me, the big crash is coming. And that crash will make cry a lot of people, to be honest. Should not be happy about that, but this is what it is. So right now is to see if this market can take highs over here, and then if it can fall. If it happens, I'll be very happy to catch the sell without taking this buy side liquidity. If it keep falling, I'll miss all of this fall until this is not going to close below this low. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing from the daily chart. I'm bullish. This is the 4-hour chart. If you are with me in our Discord, yesterday I just gave a message over there. I told that focus on this hourly bullish fair value gap over here. Actually, this market fall closed below this hourly last fair value gap, made a fake breakout using this new week opening gap, closed above this gap again, and then finally it has been trading this bearish gap over here. This is the bearish gap from 4-hour chart. Why 4-hour chart? I'll show you that in a moment. But right now you can see that I have all of this new week opening gap over here. New week opening gap, new day opening gap, new week opening gap, new day opening gap, new week opening gap, all of this area. So if market stay the whole day in this range from this high to this low, if it stay in this range, I will have nothing to do, simply nothing. I'll let this go. But if this market can close above this bullish gap, sorry, above this box from 15-minute chart, I'll be very happy to take the buy for this buy side liquidity. At the same time, if it fall, how long it can fall? Do I have anything around this area that can help me to thinking about the last fall and then it will go higher? Until now, I don't have anything because this new week opening gap is holding, to be honest. So I really would love to see it is going to hold the market, as well as this bullish parabolic from the 4-hour chart. It is holding the market. This is just a reaction from this bearish gap, sent the market a bit lower until this new opening gap, and then it will start to go higher. It will break this bearish gap, and then finally it will clear this buy side liquidity. That buy side liquidity will be cleared. It is my expectation. Now, if it doesn't happen, then it is falling. The next level to me is this relatively equal lows. So it has to clear this relatively equal lows, and it has to use the new week opening gap 50% at least before taking this low. Remember, I am wrong all of this area. I'm not taking any sell. My bias is not bearish. I'm not taking any sell, so I'm wrong. I'm trying to find any kind of buy run or something like that. If it provide me any kind of buy run, I will take that buy. I'm wrong over here. All the fall, I will be wrong. I'll be wrong. I'll be wrong. Okay, from there to until here, and then there is a possibility this market will reverse from there to there. If I'm not extremely wrong about the bias, then it will happen. Otherwise, if it fall from there, closed below this low, below that low, I'll think about the sell again. For the sell side liquidity, you have seen like here, this is the sell side liquidity around here. This sell side liquidity, I have sell side liquidity here, a lot of sell side liquidity. Okay, I'll look for those sell side liquidity if it can close below this low. By using this new week opening gap as a resistance, I'll think about the sell. That means if it close below this low, there is less possibility it will come back again for this all-time high to clear those resistance zone. It is unlikely. I don't like it. Okay, I really would love to see it will be broken first, then it will fall. That is my expectation so far. From the hourly chart, you can see this is really too messy price action over here. That is why I went for the 4-hour chart, because 4-hour chart was bit clear comparing with this hourly chart. And for the hourly chart, you guys remember this is that relatively equal lows. Lot of chaos was in Twitter because why market left that sell side liquidity. It will be much more clear when I'll be in 15-minute chart. But remember this is that relatively equal lows over here. Same thing happened. Market came to this new week opening gap, respected this new week opening gap, and then come back. Come here, closed above all of this new week opening gap high, or the all of this zone. It has closed over there, and then it has fall one more time. Come here, trade this new day opening gap, as well as this bullish order block from the hourly chart that has traded this new week opening gap. So come back again one more time, trade, I guess, that order block. Right now it is trading today's new day opening gap. Remember, the more fresh the new week or new day opening gap, the more stronger they are. So you can see here, I have a new week opening gap, I have a new week opening gap, I have new day opening gap. So if I compare this new week opening gap with today's new day opening gap, okay, so to this new day opening gap with today's new day opening gap, these two green line, I hope that you guys are able to see that. This line is the today's new day opening gap high. This low is the today's new day opening gap low. This is much more stronger. So even though I have another new week opening gap above this new day opening gap, if this market can close above this new day opening gap, I could go for the buy above this new day opening gap high. I can go for the buy. For example, it has closed below this new day opening gap. If your bias is bearish, that means I didn't see market left that liquidity. Instead of that, it has cleared that liquidity and then it is falling. That means it doesn't need to go back again around that area, right? So if it would happen like that way, I could think about a sell while this market has closed below this new day opening gap. I could think about the sell below this new day opening gap, and I could ignore this new week opening gap. Now, unfortunately, market left the buy side liquidity, so I can't think about the sell. I have to look for the buy, and I will wait for the market to close. Close above this new day opening gap, and then it will come back again new day opening gap, then it will go higher again. This is so far my expectation from the hourly chart. Let's see how this is going to work. It has so far cleared that low, the liquidity has been taken. All I need a run through everything, all of this area, and keep going higher for this buy side liquidity. If you need to play a safe game, then you have to avoid this zone. No trade is valid while this market is inside this zone, because nobody knows which one is going to be respected when. So you will have an opportunity to trade from there to there, just there to there, which is 39 handle. So you'll have an opportunity in this area, again below this new opening gap low to new week opening gap high, that is another zone you can trade, or above here, above this new week opening gap high to until yesterday's new day opening gap low. Okay, that could be your game. But when this market is inside this zone, you should not trade, because as I told, when which new day or new week opening gap is going to be respected, nobody knows that. So please be careful about that. It's really a dangerous zone to trade. In my opinion, let the market go until it is not providing us something much more clear. I'd love to add something else over here, and this is tomorrow's CPI. So if you have the CPI, be careful about the days before the CPI, at least 2 days before the CPI, because what happened most of the time, this type of big news actually build the liquidity. Now, depending on the news, it takes the time. For example, NFP, non-farm payroll, takes the whole week. It can build the liquidity on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, anytime. Most of the time, NFP make the liquidity from Wednesday PM session to until Thursday whole session, most of the time. Same for FOMC. FOMC use the morning session only. So you have the FOMC around the PM session. That specific day, morning session, FOMC used to build the liquidity, and by using that FOMC news, it take that liquidity. For CPI, previous 2 days, like you have the CPI on Wednesday. Most of the time, the CPI you will see on Wednesday, not on Friday, because of the government shutdown. We are seeing the the CPI on Friday, but overall we see the CPI on Wednesday or Tuesday. Most of the time Wednesday. So if you have the CPI on Wednesday, then be very careful on Monday and Tuesday. What does it mean? I'm not allowed to trade. Of course you are allowed to trade, but you are not you are not biased. That means I have the sell side liquidity here. So sorry, I have the sell side liquidity, for example. Okay, I have the sell side liquidity here. This is the area where I'm seeing I have the some kind of sell side liquidity around this area. Around this area. So this is my sell side liquidity, for example. And right now market is here. There is some sell side liquidity as well here. So what happened? You don't have any buy side liquidity over there. You know that tomorrow is CPI. So you have seen that market has cleared that sell side liquidity. Just for example, okay, it has cleared that sell side liquidity. Now you can't think that it will keep falling for that sell side liquidity. You can't think like that way, because market can leave that sell side liquidity that has been built by yesterday for the CPI that is going to appear or release tomorrow. So what will happen? It will clear this liquidity. It will give you an opposite run. So if you have CPI and today you are trading, tomorrow is your CPI, what you should do, when it will clear some sell side liquidity, you will look for the buy side liquidity, internal liquidity, okay, not the external liquidity, internal liquidity. That buy side liquidity is cleared, you will look for the sell side liquidity again, okay, something like that. It's not biased. If we have the bias, what we do actually, if we have the bias, what we do, even though it has cleared that sell side liquidity, I know that I don't have any buy side liquidity, so it has cleared. We'll wait for some kind of reaction, and then we'll look for the sell side liquidity again, if we don't have that type of news in front of us. Otherwise, if you have CPI, you have to be very careful about that. Okay, this is from the hourly chart, and let's go to the 50-minute chart. This is the 50-minute chart, same thing over here. And if you take a closer look around this high and that high, why it is holding like that? Well, let me mark this. Okay, so you can see there is a buy side liquidity over here, internal buy side liquidity around this area. You have this buy side liquidity, you have some buy side liquidity here, this high and that high. Two swing high build another buy side liquidity. I just didn't mark it because if this market come here, of course it is going to take that buy side liquidity, that buy side liquidity which is here, and the all-time high, that buy side liquidity is here. Okay, so all of this buy side liquidity. So I have a lot of buy side liquidity over here, and this is that sell side liquidity market has left, and people were just literally crying why this market left that clean lows over here. Remember that is that sell side liquidity over here. It was very clean lows and a lot of things was over here. Okay, so here around 9:30, for example, around 9:30, market didn't give me any kind of bullish run. No bullish run. Still, market is below this zone. This is broken. I'll think about that sell side liquidity, which is a low probability to me, to be honest. I don't want to do that, but I will have no other option. So either I have to let all the fall go, which is low probability still for me, but it can fall for this sell side liquidity. I have to frame the sell if this market doesn't go around 9:30 above this zone. Okay, at least above today's new day opening gap high. If it can go toward that area, I'm not expecting any Judas swing today. So if it can go higher, I will start to look for buy for this buy side liquidity at first here, and then this buy side liquidity, then that buy side liquidity. But remember, not all of the buy side liquidity is going to be cleared by today. I don't think so, because tomorrow is CPI, so market will use the CPI. In my opinion, this market is going to do this type of things. It is coming here somewhere today, and it will close there here somewhere. By tomorrow's CPI, market will first clear that buy side liquidity, then it will fall for this sell side liquidity, and finally for that sell side liquidity here, this sell side liquidity, and finally for that low of that new week opening gap. The low, as well as the Friday candle low, is also here. So that is my expectation so far. I'm not expecting this is gonna be extremely bullish, but it is going to close here around here, okay, in between this new week opening gap high and yesterday's new day opening gap low. In between this area, market is going to close by today, and tomorrow by using CPI, it will first clear the buy side liquidity and then it will fall. If it doesn't happen like that way, what else can happen? This market, if it happens, it is absolutely low probability, come here somewhere and it close here somewhere. By using tomorrow's CPI, market will clear this sell side liquidity first by a big wick, then it will start to go for the all-time high again one more time. It is low probability, and I'm not expecting this is going to happen by today. I don't want to work like this way. I would love to see it will work with the upper portion tomorrow, and then it will fall for the down trade by CPI run. Okay, so that is my whole expectation from today's market. Right now, I'm more interested to see if it can close above this zone, this new week opening gap high to this new week opening gap low. In between this, I mean above this zone, if it do that, I'll be very happy to frame the buy. Instead of that, when I will see a body has closed above today's new day opening gap, I'll start to look for the buying opportunity. If there is any buying opportunity, low probability, but still possible, because this new week opening gap should be broken with speed, as it has already given me some kind of reaction over there to send the market lower to take some liquidity, which is this low has been cleared. Using this as a support, would love to see it will go through this new week opening gap, and then this buy side liquidity at least, and finally maybe, I'm not thinking this is going to be taken by today, by the way. That is my expectation. At the same time, if you are bearish, for example, I have talked about the bullishness only, but maybe you are bearish. If you are bearish, then the sell setup, get your boom. Okay? I have a lot of clean highs over there. See these clean highs. Hmm, yeah, that's all. By the way, if I frame a buy over here below this zone, okay, below this zone, if I frame a buy, please don't push the button. It's a request to all of you, please don't push the button, okay? Because if there is a setup, I'll just frame it, but it doesn't mean that you will take it. You know the rules, follow the rules. Just don't take it because I'm showing or I'm framing. If I don't frame, then what I will do over here? So I will just frame the trade. But if it is logical, we'll take the trade. If it is illogical, we will just enjoy the trade. Okay, not kind of pushing button. You only push the button if that is the highest probable area. Take the entry. Okay. By the way, guys, Apex 80% discount is back. Yesterday I was talking about this thing. So if any of you are interested about Apex, try to use the code T2T. Okay? $85 is the lifetime price action fees, which usually $130 depending on the account size, but all the accounts gonna cost $85 for lifetime fees. Okay, 80% discount is really so cheap. You guys can try, and in my opinion, Apex is the best when they have they provide 80% or the 90% discount. Now let me see if there is anyone on the chat. I know, basically I know. Okay, I can see that Jaka is here. Hey Jaka, Red Cherry Palm. Good morning, brother. Sujivan. Good morning, brother. I hope you're feeling well. Ah, cool. Thank you, brother, for asking. Hey Tamimi, kindly take a moment to smash the like button and hit subscriber. Thank you, Tamim, for reminding the people to push the like button and subscribe to our channel. Please, guys, do that. And thank you, Tamim, for sharing that information. Apex 80% off, $85 lifetime price action fees, 1 day to pass. Oh, okay, I forgot to talk about this. You don't need to trade 3-4 days. You will be able to pass by 1 day. Okay, so kind of by one trade you can pass it. You can pass it by one trade. You sell a weekly fair value gap also aim. Yes, a huge sell to weekly fair value gap. I also aim. Okay, I'm not interested about sell side liquidity scissor. I think you just join a bit later. I just told that if it keep falling, I'll let them go. I'm not interested to frame any sell because selling is absolutely illogical to me. But this market is inside the Friday candle, so it's doing a lot of illogical things over here. That's why I will just let this go. Don't wanna frame any sell, but we'll see how it is going to react. Good morning, Archana. Hey, Tevin. Good morning. Anaku, hi, love from India. I'm staying with an Indian family here. Actually, they rent a room in their apartment. So he's really nice guy. Walaikum salam, Abdul Samad Zadani. How are you, brother? Sharada, good morning, brother. Is Apex is not allowed on our country? I don't know. If Apex is not allowed in our country, if it is not allowed, then you have to find another platform, brother. I mean, if it is banned, then you have nothing to do. Like in Bangladesh, Apex is banned, so nobody from Bangladesh can trade Apex account, so they will miss it. Hey Sachin, I can see you have opened a new account, brother. I don't know what happened to your previous account, but good to see you with a new name, a new profile picture, brother. Thank you, Tamim, for sharing the Discord. Is Mahadi here? Can Indian people open accounts through your referral? Everybody can open the account by the referral, brother. Everybody can do that if it is not banned in your country. Good morning, Sachin, good morning. Hey Prince, good morning, brother. Mahdi is here. Okay, Mahdi is here. Mahdi, what is your bias today? Bull or bear? Can you please check if 830 candle was good for market structure shift? 833 is good MSS. 837. Okay, if you ask me here about the lower market structure shift, there is no lower market structure, never been shifted. Now, if you look for the bullish market structure shift, then this is the only swing high which is valid for shifting market structure, and I got the market structure shift exactly at 843. So if you use this high for shifting your market, no, it's not valid. So for example, you are looking for a buy over here. You have seen this market has cleared the liquidity here. See, this is the liquidity clear. I don't know if you have any bullish PDRA from the higher time frame here or not. If there is a bullish PDRA, for example, a 15-minute bullish gap, the market has fall went higher, fall again, cleared the liquidity, made a swing high, which is valid for shifting market structure, fall, failed to take that low, there is no problem with that, shifted the market by that specific candle, market structure shift. Next candle, I think it has tapped to this gap. This is the only gap. Tap to this gap, market went higher. By the way, it's not the time to trade, so uh, be careful, okay? Zivan, I am Canadian and I'm allowed to open any account with Titus code. Thank you, brother, for confirming. You're most welcome, Sachin. Suzivan, what is your bias today? Marquis is here. I need to ask him a question about the water block actually. Yesterday he told me that he's not going to accept the water block logic over there, where we are talking about something there's no setup before that. Good morning, GN construction. Okay, got it. Thanks. I see it now. Okay, brother, no problem. It's payout day from Elite Trader. Congratulations, brother. Don't forget to share your payout screenshot with our group, okay? With our Discord. Oh, by the way, Bullnox has 83% discount as well. So if anyone is interested about Bullnox, you guys can check that out as well. It has the 83% discount so far I know. Sniper line worked perfect from that 833 MSS. 833. Oh, okay. So here, okay. So this market actually come back again to the sniper line here. I think you are talking about this low. So it came to the sniper line, then it has been respected the sniper line. If I'm not wrong, brother. You're actually referring here, I guess. Yeah, this Baragan, this guy is doing a hard work. Every day he's doing his daily analysis about the sniper line and posting that inside that group in the sniper line group. So you guys please check that out, whoever is interested, because he's doing a really hard work. Okay, real hard work. No bias today, brother. It's going to range bound. I'm using sniper line entry for scalps because it allows me to trade with small risk. Good. I'm listening at work. Oh, okay, you are at work. Okay, we'll talk later, brother. Then Marquis. I posted my sniper line trade on Discord. Okay, Marquis is here. Wow. Yeah. Thank you, brother, for showing me this. I didn't notice this before, but thank you both of you. Okay. Okay, this guy. What is his? Let me check. What is that? Okay, Baragan. Daily analysis. Okay, he is actually posting every day about the sniper line. If you guys can work with this, I promise you, brother, you'll be benefited. It's really so beautiful. A small risk, huge profit. Okay, so if you guys are really interested, you guys can check this out. He's doing every day, huge analysis, like all of this thing. It takes near about 30 to 30 minutes to 1 hour to do everything. Okay, so he's doing every day this, just just for nothing. I mean, absolutely for your information, for your understanding, this sniper line. You guys can check this out. It is inside the daily analysis. You're most welcome. I would like to think about buy, but I need more confirmation to get in an entry. That 4 hour CB scares me. That 4 hour CB is scaring you. Okay, if you are scared, don't push the button. We'll see. Okay, Market is going to open within 5 minutes and then we'll see. I'm bullish. If you are bearish, please frame the sell setup. I really appreciate that. But I think I'm not going to frame any sell setup because selling is not logical to me. It's not logical. Oh man, I got a job offer from a teleperformance company in Portugal. They gave me a job offer. It's a night shift from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. New York. I mean, sorry, Portuguese local time, 9 hours job. They offer me a smart salary. Let's see if my papers is going to work here. Then maybe I'll join over there. I'm really happy because the session is around the daytime on Portugal. Like right now, the time is 2 2:26 p.m. New York local time. So it's kind of daytime. I have to do the charting around the night. I don't have anything to. I can work at night. I can chart at daytime. In the meantime, I'll get like 3 to 4 hours for sleeping. It's more than enough, I think so. Open your 50-minute chart. My 50-minute chart is open, brother. The 50-minute chart on my right hand side. Now I don't need all of this price action. Nothing, right? Because I know that what I'm waiting from 50-minute chart. I'm waiting for 50-minute candle to close above this line. That's all I'm waiting for. I don't need any information before the current candle. Okay, so that's why it's open like this way, very small. Even I don't need that one. I can just put it like this way. All I need to know, a body close above this new day opening gap high. That's all I need. But I think I can keep it like this way. It will be easier for you guys to understand the what is happening over there. Hey Sophia, how are you, sister? I just need a screenshot of you guys are going to provide me, which is gonna be the what to say, I mean the payout screenshot. So please provide me the payout screenshot, man. Or the girls. I work from home and trade, brother. What a blessing. I hope your job works out. I'm not interested about that job, to be honest, Devin, because my paper is not okay right now. I think I will move to Bangladesh for, I mean, no more journey in between Portugal to Bangladesh. No more journey. I'll be stable in, I'll be settled in Bangladesh. But yeah, I will just talk to a lawyer. Let's see what she say. If everything's cool, then I'll try. Otherwise, I'll go back. Last 2 days, I traded London and I'm loving it. Everybody should love it, brother. London session is the lowest risk area. The risk is very small over there, and the concept is very simple. Just you have to be strict with the thinking. I haven't taken payout yet. I'll for sure tell you. I had to stop for quite a while to get my mental emotional game. So I'm starting again now. I have a lot to talk about this, Sophia. Just remind me after framing the first setup. Okay, please remind me one more time. Give me any kind of message. I'll remember that what I was trying to tell you. But right now this market is going to open, so I have to stay focused over here. You have the big Portugal passport? No, I don't have the Portugal passport, man. If I had the Portuguese passport, then I wouldn't. Man, there will be no problem. I don't have the passport. It was the time to apply for the passport, but as I was in Bangladesh, my father one died. I had a family responsibility. I had to stay in Bangladesh, so I was not here, and that's why I'm not able to apply for the Portuguese passport right now. Otherwise, this time I would apply for the Portuguese passport. So this is the opening gap. Market has tapped to the 50% of this opening gap. Let's see. If you are looking for sell, please go for that. Please go for that. Okay, don't just change your bias because of me. Don't do that. Okay, SMT Archana. Where do I have the SMT? This, it's fake SMT. In my opinion, this is the fake SMT. So this market is going to clear that high because the weakest sister has cleared that high. Just my opinion, but let's see. If I frame any trade below this new day opening gap, any kind of buy setup, please don't push the button. If it is according to you, then go for that. Otherwise, don't push the button because the high probability is above this new day opening gap. The highest probability is above this new week opening gap, but at least above the new day opening gap or the constant crossment of the new day opening gap. So please, if I frame the trade, don't push the button. If it is according to your analysis, then you can go for the trade. Otherwise, just I'm framing the trade. That's why you are going to push the button. Don't do that. I'm just trying to show you how to look for the setup, how you will get the setup, and then if everything is cool, there is no resistance, you can go for the trade. You will go for that trade. Setup will be on the market every time. Every time there will be setup, but it doesn't mean you are going to enter into the market every single time. No, don't do that. I don't remember that brother who actually showed me, asked me this thing, right? That was a very beautiful setup, one of the best setup, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to enter here. There was a setup, but I'm not interested to in around this area because it is outside of the session. So this is why I'm saying even if I frame the setup, it doesn't mean that is their buy signal. Okay, this guy has given us a signal, take the buy. Don't do that. I will tell you if that is the best setup. I'll tell you. Okay. Yeah, I think we have the home sales, brother. If I'm not wrong, it is the home sales. And in my opinion, those news doesn't provide a huge volatility or manipulation, manual intervention on Nasdaq market. It doesn't do that. If any of you are looking for sell, please try to take the sell. Don't change your bias. Thank you, Madhi, for sharing the Discord link. Did I talk about the Apex? I think Apex has 80% discount, 1 day to pass. Use the code T2T, and the lifetime fees is gonna be $85, which usually $130, something like that. You guys can check this out if you want. Apex is the best platform. Whatever logic you'd love to bring, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Apex is the best. Why? Because they are going to permit you for trading 20 accounts all together. The more account you will have, the more possibilities you will get from trading to make more money. So Apex is the best. If it was not the best thing, then every platform would allow you to trade 20, 50, 30 accounts. The more account you'll be able to trade all together by copy trading, the more probability you will have to get the, like, get the money from this trading. The less account you will have, the more pressure you will have. You have to understand that, brother. And don't worry about the Apex rules. If you don't do the gamble, okay? For example, sometimes you will take a 15 contract entry, and then the very next time you will do like one micro contract entry. It's called gambling. Don't do that. Just follow the rules you always follow. That means you are not going to take a huge loss, and you are always trying to take the partial around 1:1, at least 1:1. If you follow this, you don't need to worry about anything. This is the upper quadrant of the opening gap. Today's opening gap. Okay, yesterday 4:14 closed, today's 9:30 open. This is that opening gap. These lines are that opening gap. Okay. So let's see how it is going to react. Can I take the buy here? Ask yourself this question. This market starts to run from here. Okay, this is the low of that market. It is running from there. 9:30 open is here. This is the 9:30 open. Is it Isn't it went too far? If you start to run from there and your target is maybe this buy side liquidity, okay, for example, just for example, isn't it too far? You should enter here. If you miss the entry here because it's not the session time, because it's not, there was no setup, because you missed that trade, whatever it is, and you are going to enter here, this is called chasing price. Don't chase the market, let him go. If it provide you the entry opportunity, take that entry, otherwise let this go. This is my extreme liquidity for today. I'm just not sure about these buy side liquidities, but this is my extreme liquidity, and I'm predicting this market will come here until this new opening gap, until here. Okay, anybody can tell me that what I am waiting for here? Okay, I'm here, brother. What was the question? Yesterday when I told that there was no setup before that, okay, you told that I am going to argue with you. So what was your argument? I was not in a mood, like I was not feeling good, so I didn't ask you that question yesterday, but I didn't feel it. I mean, I forgot it. Easy long. Congratulations, Aminur, if you got that long, brother. Done for the day. Congratulations, brother. That's the spirit, man. You got that long, you are done for the day. Best. Sophia, 15-minute candle close above the new. Absolutely, sister. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just waiting for that. Absolutely, Marquis. Absolutely, Jaka. I'm just waiting to see if it can close above this line. Now, when it will close above this new day opening gap, I'm okay now. Any kind of buying opportunity, I'm good with that. But if it can close above this line, that means it's absolutely risk free. There is no risk anymore. Any kind fall above this constant crossband, I'm good to go for the buy. So if it can close above this line, that is the best case of scenario. But otherwise, if it can close above this high, which is today's new day opening gap, I'm good to go. That you come on. Closing above new. Okay, I can see that people, you guys can understand. I mean, what I'm thinking, you guys are thinking the same. I believe so. I'm really happy, brother. I'm really happy. That's the spirit. Don't cry because it is going higher without you. Don't cry. Either it will give us the opportunity, or either it will give us the opportunity, or it will not give us the opportunity. If it trade, if it doesn't, we're not going to trade. Simple. always look for the left. Whenever it will make some kind of high, always look on your left. Did it make a liquidity or did it trade a fair value gap? Always do that. So here I can see this high has traded this gap. So if it make the liquidity, then you will expect it is going to take that liquidity if your bias is bullish. If it trades some kind of fair value gap, you will always expect some kind of reaction. Now, right now, what is the best case of scenario for me? To make a liquidity, to trade a gap. Of course, to trade a gap. Why? Because if it trade a gap, it will give me some kind of reaction. Without following this market, I can't enter. It is chasing price to enter over here. I need some kind of fall first. And that fall, if it happens from a gap, I'll be very happy to see it is reacting from that gap. It will fall. I'll try to enter over here to take the buy again. Okay? Mark that high to see. You're most welcome. Reflect. Thank you so much, brother, for that big compliment. Jadani, thanks. No, don't thank me, brother. So, guys, I hope that you got the point of why I was looking for the buy. Now, yesterday I was looking for the buy as well. I have already explained why it happened. I really didn't know that yesterday was not CPI. So when later I know that CPI is on Friday, so something messed up over here. But today, when I started to explain the price action, you have to understand why I'm looking. I'm more interested to think about the buy, even though it's a bearish market, right? It's a bearish market, and I'm thinking about the buy here. Bullshit, brother. You should not do that. Okay, let's see how it is going to react over here now. All of this high should be taken, and this market has to reach until here. This is my expectation so far. Let's see if it can provide me that. Any kind of fall, I'll be happy. But if the body doesn't close above this line, it is low probability still. But if the body could close above this line, that was the highest probable area to think about a buy. My buy should not be above this line. My buy should be above the constant encroachment of the new week opening gap. So if it is above this new week opening gap, constant encroachment, I'm happy to see that. Of course, it can be, brother. Of course, it can be. That is why I told that I don't want to see any Judas swing. So this is so for the Judas swing. If it would love to fall, this is the Judas swing. But I'm not interested to see the Judas swing. I would love to see it will go higher, make some kind of fair value gap over there, use that fair value gap. I don't need that at all because I have the new week opening gap, new day opening gap, all of these things I have over here. I don't need a fair value gap. All I need a candle, a speed that is going through all of this zone. It should not be the Judas swing. Well, there is an opportunity now to take a buy from this order block. If the body can close above this line, then and only then this is valid. It's true. Is there anything that can stop the market? Nothing. So I'm free to go. I don't know it will give me the entry or not, but if it doesn't give me the entry, then it's a bad luck. Before clearing this buy side liquidity, if it can come back again to this gap, that is still a valid entry. Okay, I can't put it here because of 28 handle. I'll put it there. If this is cleared, this entry is not valid. Here I can't put my stop loss here. I can't do that. I have to put my stop loss over here, which is 28 handle. So I'll try to do this, or I have to try to do this thing. Both of them are valid. Which one you would love to choose, it's up to you, brother. I choose this one because if I get stopped out here, I'll take re-entry. Instead of that, you can do this. There is a possibility that you will miss this trade. I don't want to miss the trade. Instead of that, I would love to take the risk here. Come on, man. Let me in. Let me in. I don't think so. Within 5 candle, it will come over here because if it is not immediate, I'm not interested to take it. It was a great opportunity. Unfortunately, market didn't give the entry. None from the order block, none from the here. And you can see this 50-minute candle doesn't even make any kind of wick. Even if it could make a wick, I would be entered. I would be in this trade. Okay, next opportunity is waiting. Remember, I'm more interested to see this market will come at least until here. I'm not sure about those buy side liquidity, but at least here. So still there is still a lot of opportunities. Still there is a lot of opportunities. Please, brother Tito, we can't take that as 22 YT model. This one? No, you can't do that, brother. For 22 YT model, first you need the manipulation. There is no manipulation. Second, you need a swing high. It's not a swing high. Rest is okay. But there is no manipulation. Without manipulation, no 22 YT model, brother. Unfortunately. I know that you're thinking about this entry gap, right? But it's not usual, okay? It's in rush. You can see this candle open started to go higher. It's in rush. This candle doesn't have to do the manipulation at all. Look at this candle, just closed. No manipulation. I mean, sorry, no reset. This candle open, no manipulation. Started to go higher. It's in rush. Why didn't you mark the Fable cap above the Fable cap on whatever through driven the test like the entry cap? No, it's not the entry gap, brother. It's not the entry gap. It's in rush. So it's not the entry gap. I can't use this gap. For example, you want to take this entry from this gap. Just for example, your stop loss is here. Absolutely illogical to me. And the buy side liquidity was here somewhere. I think here somewhere. Okay, I guess here around this area. It's not even going to give you a risk to reward, good risk to reward. কি আছে কি আছে ঠিক আছে সব ও আম্মুরি ফোন দিচ্ছিলাম ঢুকতেছিল না আচ্ছা আমার একটু মেসেজ দিয়ে আমি লাইভে can you think tomorrow can be Black Friday? Tomorrow is not the Black Friday. By the way, what do you mean by Black Friday? Tomorrow is not the Black Friday, right? Black Friday is 20th of November, if I'm not wrong. This is the lowest down close body close candle using this upper line of the new week opening gap. As I explained at the beginning, when this market fall, use the high as a resistance. So this new week opening gap has done its job. This new week opening gap. That is why I was saying that when the market will close above this new day opening gap, I don't need to worry about this new week opening gap at all. I will get a big extension through this new week opening gap. Now, I could be wrong. Okay, it can be respected thousands more time. It is also possible, but as the liquidity was over there, and like market is in rush to go for that liquidity, this new week opening gap has done its job over there around here so beautifully. Look at the support resistance, how beautifully it has done the job over here. Respected, I mean, sorry, fall. The next time it will go above this line. What I'm doing here, I'm predicting the closing above this line, the lowest down close body close candle that has tapped to the top of this new week opening gap. I'm going to refer that order block to send the market lower. That means this down close body close candle is going to stop the market is not going to break it. It is not stronger, but the high of this new week opening gap is stronger, so I could push the button from the top of this new week opening gap, which was risky for me because I didn't know that the high is going to be respected or the constant encroachment is going to be respected and market will go higher. I didn't know that, so I need a confirmation. That is why I have used this lowest down close body close candle as my order block, but not kind of a very strong order block, something not like that one. Okay, but according to your explanation, according to your situation, the market situation. See the market how speedy it is in rush. So because of that rush, I was expecting, I didn't want to see it will come back again, retest, and then give me the entry opportunity. I was not expecting like that way. I was just expecting it will keep going higher, but before going higher, any kind of buying opportunity, I'll take that buy. I don't know, brother, it's clear to you or not. It's not something you can keep using. Like you can't do that. It depends on your situation, market situation. You have to feel the market first, brother. First, you have to understand why it should go higher, how speed it should use to go higher, and why this is going to be respected so beautifully. You have to look on your back, then you have to decide, oh, okay, this is how I can use that high more beautifully. But just can't use this one, I need a confirmation. What confirmation? A black candle. That's all. There is no sell, brother, win until this is not coming here. I am not interested to look for any kind of sell until this market is not coming to this new opening gap. If it fall a bit, I'll frame a buy again. No, you can't use this as your order block, brother. This is not the order block. They are just the down close candles, brother. Here, this one is using the high of the new week opening gap. Oh, guys, okay, let me show you this. See this candle, that candle. It is using the high of this new week opening gap, so it is stronger. But this is floating, okay? It is floating on the water. You can't just step on that object and you will think that you're not going to be, how to say that, I mean, you just can't depend on this, but you can depend on that because it is using the high of this new opening gap. What it is depending on? Nothing. Okay, I can see the water block master is in. Guys, change the state of delivery is an order block. Yeah, absolutely. Change in state of delivery is the order block. That is going to change the, see this down close candle. It is a bearish market. This is a change in state. This is the order block. This is a bullish market. Okay, so for example, these candles are the bearish order block. That means market will trade them and then it will start to fall. This is change in state of delivery. Here it is not changing the delivery. I'm just using this down close candle for a confirmation that it is going to hold the market. This new week opening gap is going to hold the market. I write it down as an order block because this down close candle I was using as a reference that it is not going to be broken, just as a reference, not as an order block. Now, brother, I can't just renaming the things, like I can't do that. But it's not the order block you can keep using every time. You can't do that. I don't know my point is clear or not. NQ reacting on 15-minute last fair value gap. This is a big fair value gap, by the way. I did it, but in my opinion, that is not something you can use. Okay, suspension block. He's just building new things. That's all. It's just my opinion. I should not say like this way, but it's just my opinion. The suspension blocks, these are absolutely logicless. Okay, there is no logic, nothing. You can't study them. I mean, either he has to explain more or the thing he has explained, it's kind of logicless in my opinion. Okay, maybe later he will explain more or he will add more information, then it will be useful for us to use. Right now, yeah. NQ reacting to 16 October week eve. A lot of things it is reacting, by the way. So Zadani, I have already built the video about the border block, consecutive border block. Didn't you watch that video, brother? In my last video where I have, it's kind of 1 hour video. If you watch that video about the border block, there should not be any kind of question. Now this is not the border block. I repeat, this is not the border block. Okay, it's something like I need a confirmation to take the entry. That was that thing. Just a confirmation that I can use the high of the new week opening gap to take my buy, not the order block. By the way, it has cleared the liquidity now. Let's see if it can provide me another opportunity to take the entry. Something like that for a TP pager, brother. I agree with you. Good morning, Jamie. What I missed this morning? Nothing yet. Market just didn't provide us the boom. Just didn't give us the entry like yesterday. First 1 2 trades, it just didn't give us the entry. Today it has done the same thing. Go and open your Twitter, you will see a lot of boom over there. Okay, they got the boom, they got the entry, they got their boom, blah 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 blah. I hate those people. They encourage people to take the entry in every kind of situation without any logic, without any kind of explanation, without anything. I have already got the manipulation over here, so let's see if it can go a bit higher. Guys, Apex has 80% discount, so if any of you are interested about Apex, please make sure that you have used the code T2T. It's an 1 day pass. That means you can pass the challenge account by the day. You don't need to wait for 3 days, 4 days. And the lifetime activation fees is gonna be $85. Usually it is $130 if I'm not wrong. Get opportunities, so you guys can use the code T2T to get that account. And Bullnox has also 83% discount, both of them. In the last live stream, he told, now what I thought you, this is the this is the base of ICT. Did you watch last one? No, I didn't, brother. Now that I have funded accounts, I need to control my trades. Then don't trade until this market is not going outside of that Friday candle, Jamie. If you need the control trades, don't trade before CPI. Trade through your paper money, trade through your challenge account. Don't touch your funded account before CPI. If you need the control things, and if you're ready to blow your account, you're welcome, brother. Come and join this market. Same ICT told this wait for market break Friday range. Okay, I didn't know that, but it should break that Friday range. Until it is not breaking the Friday range, it's gonna make a lot of chaos over here. Okay, a lot of complication, lot of things is not going to work until it is not going to break that Friday candle. It was okay last week. Last week was absolutely okay. We are good to go. But this week, until it's not going to break that Friday range, it's gonna be low probability every single time. Very tough to trade this market. I don't know you guys can see it or not. The way it is leaving the liquidity, the way it is just going here and there without giving us the entry opportunity, it's called the shit. In other word, BS. You have to feel it, brother. When I was thinking about a buy here, it didn't give me the entry. It was in rush. Just look at these candles. How rush in here. No reset. Closed, open, went higher. This is why it's not good. Like yesterday, if you remember, the same thing happened. Around 9:30, big candle, tap to this gap, then fall, then started to go higher without giving the entry. Whoever is interested to take the sell, please go for that. To check 16 October week 5 today. Mm-hmm. Nice analysis, brother. Nice analysis. Thank you, brother, for showing me this. It's really awesome. It's true, Bin. This week is a typical support and resistance week. A typical support and resistance week. It's better to use the support and resistance by this week, I think. 948 fair value gap. What happened to that gap, brother? I really would love to keep that fib over here because it's really so beautiful. It is respecting. Thank you, Angel Estrella. Also, we should use bear and bull flag this week. It is also working. I actually didn't notice. I was busy. You guys know that. So the bear and bull flag is also working. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. Please, guys, push the like button and subscription button. Let me see actually how many likes did I get. I know that it's at least 100 likes. Seriously? What a feedback. That- After that big run, one, two, three big candles, let the market do a bit consolidation here. Let it do, okay? Then we'll frame another setup. No need to rush and don't force me. Let me wait. It was the possibility here. I tried to frame that trade. The run didn't give us the entry, so it's time to wait for the next setup. Now, if I feel the pressure, I will do something bullshit. So I don't want to do that. Would love to wait patiently for getting the next opportunity, which is the best opportunity in my opinion. I will do a small scalp, just a very small scalp from there. If it happens, okay, it happens, something like that. MNQZ. NQ1 is the running contract. That means with the contractions, it's not going to show the candles like this way. It's showing like this, but if you use the NQ1, it's not going to show like that way. Look over here. So it's running contract. So running contract, the candles are going to be same, whatever happened. Just make sure if you use the NQ1, then make sure BADJ is 1. This is 1, okay? If you are using it. If you are looking for buy, please take the buy. I don't see anything here yet about the buy. I'm not seeing anything, to be honest, so I'm not interested to frame any kind of buy over here. So here is my two opportunities. Either I have to let this fall go, or I have to take a sell here, not the buy. So as I told you here, depending on the candle close, if the candle can close below this, then I will try to frame a sell here, like that. But body has to close below this gap. Then target, take the partial around 20 handle, hold the trade until the 50% of this gap. Body will close, retest this gap, then and only then this entry is valid. Otherwise it's not valid. Still it is not valid. The entry is not valid yet. See, nobody has closed below this gap. Body has to close below this gap first. Then and only then this trade is valid. Now let's see if it can take us or not, okay? If it doesn't, that's bad luck. I mean, the thing is happening, right? Like, it's happening. First we didn't get our buy. Now if it doesn't provide us the sell, it's a bad luck. I can't use this gap to take my sell. It's highly risky. By the way, before giving me, if it come to this gap, no sell is valid. Bad luck. Again, bad luck. Just didn't give us the entry. If this candle could close below this gap, I could enter over here. I could get that boom. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. Now, if the market doesn't do that, it's not my fault. It's the market's fault, not my fault. This line is the midnight open, okay? So don't get confused by that line. That is the midnight open line. Hey Jonathan, how are you, brother? I'm cool, man. It's been a while, right? Absolutely, brother. I hope everything's cool, brother. When the body will close above this line, this is one of the best water block. I can't take the entry from this water block because my stop loss is not going to support the water block low. So I will try to take the entry from here. If I miss it, I'm absolutely okay with that. But the entry has to be from the water block line, and there's two opportunities as I told before. You can take the entry here, put your stop loss below this low with that huge risk. If you want, you can do it. Otherwise, you can put the stop loss here, cover the 20 handle wherever it is, and then if you get a stop out, you can take re-entry over there. Okay, so it's up to you, brother. So now this is the best order block. Now if it doesn't give me the entry again, I'm so sorry, brother. I can't. I mean, it's not my fault. It's the market not giving me the entry. What can I do, brother? I'm just. I can show what you, I can show. I can show you. You can't take the buy here. You have to look for the sell there. Now you can't take the sell here. You have to look for the buy here. Now if the market doesn't give me the entry, it means market is not in a mood to give me the entry. It's market's fault, not my fault. Okay. So for example, if it could give me the entry even from the order block, for example, it has already provided 27 handle, 26 handle. I would be able to get my partial over there. Unfortunately, market didn't give me the entry. What can I do, man? What can I do, man? Hey, Buro, how are you, sir? First, let me know how are you, brother? Hi, Tito. Hope you are good in Portugal. I'm cool, brother. Robin, how are you, brother? Did you find a nice roommate? I don't have any roommate. I just took a room with some Indian people. I mean, Indian couple. And so they're really so good, so helpful. Good morning, Instant Look. How are you, brother? Ah, shit, man. I'm feeling so bad now. This is really shit. First buy I have framed from there didn't take me. Second sell I framed from here didn't take me. Third buy I framed here didn't take me. Now I'm really fed up, to be honest, man. Now I'm really fed up. I'm here every day, brother. Bro, why didn't you watch that video, brother? I'm really fed up. To be honest, guys, I'm really fed up because it's not providing the entry. And now I have to force the market. I don't want to force the market. Bro, please watch this video, brother. All your question will be gone. I'm going to hate this market now. Come on, man. Even from this water block to until here, it's kind of 50 handle. Shit, man. Vin, I agree with you, brother. It's not 5 handle yet, but look at the run. How far it went, right? So even if it come here, for example, it come here and then within 5 candle it take give you the entry. that immediate reaction doesn't make any sense, right? Because the market already moved where you are targeting, already moved a lot, then come back after clearing all the liquidity, then come back. It doesn't make any sense, right, brother? Yes, Burros, it's new, brother. There is 3 or 4 videos. I have added more over there. Okay, 1016 inversion fair value gap. 1016 inversion fair value gap. No, it's not the inversion fair value gap. It's the inversion fair value gap, by the way. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. It's the inversion fair value gap. No, I'm not an inversion fair value gap master. Okay, so according to my logic, it is the inversion fair value gap. I agree with you, brother. But here I was more interested to take the entry from the water block. That was more safe for me and more easier to take that entry because of the volatility. But unfortunately, it is what it is, brother. No, there is no market structure shift. Yes, man. For last few days, it's just not giving me the entry. That's why I'm getting frustrated. Come on, man. We have to expect this kind of price action until we are out of the nasty range. So even at the beginning of this stream, I also talked about this. Thank you, brother, for confirming about the ICT. I also told that until this market is not leaving that range, until last week, it was absolutely okay. We can expect the good entries, good price action until the last week because it should be the range. But this week, until it is not leaving that range, this is gonna be nasty, absolutely very nasty. But still, man, how many times you want to do that? How many times? Remember yesterday's price action? I don't know you guys remember that or not. This is yesterday's price action, right? The market has opened here. I was looking for sell. If you guys remember, there was the new day opening gap, all of these things. Look at that candle, the market structure shift. Now I can't take the entry over here, even though it has provided a huge run. Even though it has provided a huge run, kind of 52 handle, but I can't take the entry here, even though this was the beautiful 22 IT model. Couldn't do that. Then framed the buy from this order block, if you guys remember, didn't just take me for 2 tick. This candle didn't fall for 2 tick and then gave me this boom. Did some wrong here. I mean, just some messed up over there around this area. Build another order block here. 2 losses there, right? Remember? Another order block. Didn't give me the entry. No entries over there. Simply no trade. Market boom. And the PM session was, I was watching until certain period of time and then I stopped watching it. And today, first buy I framed from this order block, didn't give me the entry. Tried to take the entry from this gap, didn't give me the entry. Tried the sell from this inverse gap, didn't give me the entry. Tried to take the order block entry, didn't give me the entry. I mean, what is it doing? It's the best team. It's the best, brother. I'm not watching 22 white model here, brother. Even though you look for the 22 white model, it's not a swing high. We should get order block NT 1030 candle just started. 10:30 candle started. What did you say? We should get order block entry. I didn't understand, Marquis. Man, what I'm going to do, I have already planned that long ago. If it works like that way, I'm more interested to trade that area. So when I was doing this order block, that things, I was expecting that things. That is why I was expecting some kind of fall from that area, some kind of fall. And then the order block is my real opportunity. Same thing over here as well. What I'm thinking right now, a buying opportunity. What do I need to take that buying opportunity? Would love to see if this breaker block can hold the market. If it can hold the market, whatever breaker order block I'm going to get, I'll take the buy from that order block. Oh, okay, you are asking about the 50-minute candle. Yeah, for example, if it come back again to this order block, then of course you know how to take the entry from there, right? From that order block. I have also talked about this. If you do that, that is the great opportunity, best opportunity, because I will have a big range. That is the best case of scenario. Let's see. I'm frustrating. Okay, I'm getting frustrated because the weight is not taking me. I don't know what to say. How many times you can miss the opportunity? How many times? In a day, like 3 4 times, if you just miss the opportunity, if the market doesn't give you the entry, that day, whatever decision I'll take later, it's gonna be, obviously it's gonna be a wrong decision, right? Because I'm already in a FOMO. Maybe I'm going to miss this trade because I have missed 3 to 4 opportunity already. By the way, anybody else was looking for the buy with me here? Anyone else was looking for the buy from this order block? Anyone else? Or was that only me? Brother, I'm not a fair value gap, inversion fair value gap master. So if you ask me anything about the inversion fair value gap, I'm not so confident about that. So I don't, I would love to skip the word, I mean, inversion gap questions. This is FOMO. What I'm doing here, I'm marking a down close candle, which is an order block, breaker block, order block. I can clearly see that a small body, long wick. But trust me, man, I'm feeling like to take a buy from this order block, breaker block, order block for this line over here. Even though I can clearly see that it is an indecisive candle, I should not use this candle to take my buy. What I'm feeling like right now, okay, please don't push the button. Please don't do that. I'm thinking like if I don't push the button over here, maybe I'll miss this run as well. So I have to take the risk from this water block to until this line. And maybe it will work. I'm feeling like that way. I'm clearly in FOMO. If it was a nice candle, for example, it was a nice candle, like that type of candle, I could go for the trade. But look at that candle. What a shit candle. Unfortunately, I'm not good at inversion fair value gap. To be honest, I'm not good at inversion fair value gap. So I don't, most of the time, I don't trade the inverse gap because my knowledge is very limited about inverse gap. I don't want to use the inverse gap for my entries. There are consecutive order blocks, bro. No, there is no consecutive order blocks. There is the only order block, brother. This is the order block. Very specifically, this is the order block. in my opinion. Again, now I can force the market. I can say that okay, this three candle, I mean one, two candle, three candle is the consecutive order block, and then this market maybe trade that consecutive order block here, or maybe that on, or all of this is the consecutive order block. Market trade that consecutive order block. Now it is going higher. No, I can't do that. It is forcing market. Right now it is trading that breaker block, and from there maybe it is going higher. If there was an order block, perfect order block, I could frame the buy from that perfect order block. If I could frame the buy from there, it was FOMO. Simply, man, it was FOMO. It's not the order block. I can't use this one as my order block. It's a clear FOMO. So this shit market didn't let me enter into this market. Now I'm not doing. Not working with the breaker block, so I didn't frame the trade from the breaker block. As I'm working with the order block and 22 YT model, I'm just framing them. Sometimes took some losses with the inverse gap. Come on, man, just think like that way. Just think like that way. This shit gave me the entry here. I'm in this trade. Stop loss is here for just for the sake of this conversion. So I took a partial around 1:1, then put my stop loss to the break even, hold my trade until this line. What a trade, man. What a boom. Everywhere would be the boom, 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 boom. Shit didn't give me the entry. I hate this thing. I did a question 1023 fair value gap and 1024 entry fair value gap for a long, correct? 1023 fair value gap, 1024 entry fair value gap, 1023. This is the entry gap, this is the breakaway gap. Don't I use this like that way? Yeah, of course you are right in that case of scenario. It doesn't look good market structure shift to me. It was the sideways candle over here. Just one candle was a bit higher. It doesn't look like a good swing high for me. If it was like that, then I could frame the trade from the entry gap by covering the breakaway gap. But as it was not good looking to me, I didn't use it as my 22 YT model. Just two candle. Okay, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 candle, if there was just two candle, maximum three candle, okay, I could go for the trade. But unfortunately, it's the sideways candle over here, so I can't use it as my 22 YT model. BS have to front run the market. Have to front run the market. What do you mean by that, Marquis? Can you please break it down for me? I'm in the buy T2. I'm in the buy with you, T2. I used 1 minute breaker block. I didn't frame the breaker block trade, brother, so I didn't take that entry from that breaker block. I just marked it because I was waiting for a order block entry. I'm not interested to mark the breaker block. Instead of that, I'm interested to mark the order block and the 22 YT model. But that was the breaker block. Just I didn't frame it. I am not interested to show you to use every PD array to take your entry. Wait for some specific PD array to use to take your entry. It can be any PD array, water block, breaker block, 22 YT model, market mechanics model, silver bullet, whatever it is. But use just one PD array for long term establishment on trading market. Yeah, she is doing that, Sachin. And we didn't use the same method. I don't know which breaker block you are talking about. Divergence with mm-hmm. But Tamimi, I'm more interested to see this market to come here first. Okay, after coming here, then I'm preferring to fall. So if you ask me, I'm more interested to take a buy here on ES. For example, market structure shift, fair value gap. I would love to take the buy from this fair value gap until this high. Until, okay, this high is not important. Until this market is not coming here, I prefer to take the buy. For example, here the buy is here. No, I don't trade the ES market. I'm just telling you what I would prefer here. So there should be the stop loss and something like that. Okay, I'll just keep holding it until this guy is not coming here. Boom! Congratulations, Devin, for your boom, brother. I have to wait again. Okay, so what is that fair value gap? It doesn't have any value. Valueless fair value gap. I have to wait for the next opportunity again. Now, after you're waiting for another opportunity, if it doesn't give me the entry, then I will start to cry. Okay, guys, let's start to cry. You have to wait for the liquidity taken, brother. About to lock in profits to secure my first payout in Apex. I violated my making more than 30%. Now you are allowed to request for your payout, Team Williams. You are allowed. I mean, your what to say? I mean, you can request your payout, brother. Now gonna go with take profit and use code T2T. Okay, in take profit trader, the code is T2 wizard, not T2T. T2T is just for the Apex. It is just for the Apex. So for other platform, it's just T2 wizard. I want no consistency and daily payouts. Yeah, that's cool, brother. I hope you will get that, inshallah. Tim Williams, yes. Okay, brother. Congratulations. Don't forget to give me the screenshot. Please don't forget to give me the screenshot. And congratulations, brother. No buy is valid here. No buy is valid here. If you would love to take the buy, go for it. There is no buy which is valid from here. If it goes like trend is my friend day, when what period I can use for buy 50 minute last 5 you don't need the 50 minute chart. You just need 1 minute chart. If it is the trend is friend day. I need to make $1,500 more so the 30% would not apply and I just did it. Thanks goodness. Congratulations team. I'm very happy for your payout, brother. People are getting payout now these days. Happy to see that. Boom, 22 YT model long. Congratulations, brother, for your boom. If it is a trend is friend day, brother, there is no 15-minute chart. There is just 1 minute chart. So do they have penguins in Portugal? They don't have. They don't have the penguins in Portugal. I think penguins is in the Iceland, near from Portugal, but not in Portugal. Got my first payout on Tuesday. Yeah, congratulations, Neptune. I eagerly wait for your screenshot, payout screenshot to the Discord group. So please try to share them if you feel good, brother. And if you feel like that, okay, this guy helped me a bit to understand this market to get my payout. If you think like that way, then and only then share your screenshot, payout screenshot. Plus stated along from 1016 inversion out now. Congratulations, Suresh Sharma. At least you got your boom, brother. Brother, if it is a trend is trend day, you don't need 15-minute chart. It's just 1 minute chart. Liquidity taken, market structure sheet, fair value gap, entry. No 15-minute chart. No 15-minute explanation. No nothing from 15-minute chart. What you call an orange, the fruit in Bengali, komla. We call it komla. I like the way market is moving, either no entry or very deep retracement. Absolutely, brother. Can I add a screenshot in Discord? Thanks for all you do, Tito. You're most welcome, team. I'll be very happy if you do that, brother. Thank you so much for sharing the screenshot, brother. Did you take it? That was a perfect sniper entry at 10:45, 25 on 47.5. Did you take it? Okay, Suziban, did you take it, brother? Hey, Naz. How are you, sister? Come on, baby, I'm not falling on your night. Hit the dance floor, hit the dance floor. I am, baby, I don't want tonight. In most Persian and Arabic accents, the orange is being called Portugal, very similar to Portugal, but one a fruit, another one is a country. True, brother, true. One a fruit, another one is a country. Come on, baby, on night, Friday night, Monday night. Hit the dance floor, hit the dance floor. Baby, I don't you come to. Until this market doesn't fall, there is no buy. If any of you would love to take the buy from here, it should be your own risk. I have already told that. I'm saying it one more time. If you would love to take the buy from this area, that should be your own risk. No buy is valid from here. It has to fall first to give us the buying opportunity. Without falling, no buy is valid. First, it has to clear the liquidity. Without liquidity clear, there is no trade, nothing. has to take the liquidity, it has to take some lows. Okay, so in my opinion these two lows are the beautiful liquidity, so if it can clear those lows, I'll start to look for buy again from that zone, that area. The entry is valid from that area. Above these lows there is no buy is valid, nothing is valid. Not good. Okay, I really don't know if I will have any other opportunity or not. So for whatever I framed didn't give me the entry. Market maker is noticed, has noticed me. Okay, brother. Hey guys, Apex has 80% discount, so you have to use the code T2T for Apex. It's just 1 day to pass. $85 is gonna be the all-time price action fees. $85. Usually it's $130. It's a great opportunity because of 80% discount. So you guys can use the code T2T to get that offer or discount. Also, Bullnox has 83% discount as well. Take Profit Trader 40% discount, no activation fees. I don't, I just don't know about the funding ticks or the Blue Guardian futures. Still, they have the discount or not? I just don't know. I hate you. I hate you. Mhm. 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 Holy shit. Uh, okay. I was in live. I forgot that, brother. Is it still open? Come on, man. How long I'm silent? Just let me open the chat. Okay. Eiffel Trader, boom. Thank you, brother. I really forgot. Okay, I was watching the market. Then when I forgot that I'm in live. Okay, so I was just doing my things. What to say? I don't know. But to be honest, trust me, I forgot that I'm in live. Otherwise, I wouldn't be silent, right? You know that I talk too much. I just forgot that I was a bit headache, so I I don't know why I forgot that I'm in live. Oh man, come on. Last 30 minutes I was in silent. Oh, Mahdi, why didn't you give me the message on WhatsApp, brother? Come on, man. I really forgot that I'm silent, brother. To be honest, I'm so sorry. Okay, you've been humming and quiet, lol, very stressful but good. I'm so sorry, Big John Viking. I'm extremely sorry, brother. I forgot that I'm in live. I thought you were tired. Otherwise, I would text you by words. I forgot. I just forgot that I'm in live. Come on, man. I shared the screenshot with the Discord because I wanted to share it, but I forgot that I'm in live. Sorry, guys. Now, what I have done here, I don't remember. Okay, so I won't be able to explain anything over here. But if you have any specific question, you can ask me with the candle. Maybe I'll be able to explain. Otherwise, as I was in long, I think I have marked everything. So you have seen everything, right? We want to see the real trades, lol. You're actually human. Yes, man, I'm actually human. That's why I forgot, okay? Because I'm a human. Oh, but yeah, order block. This one, if you're asking about this one, market structure shift, last fair value gap, came to the last fair value gap, used this as my order block. I didn't take the entry from the order block, but that was the order block. I needed the confirmation that it is holding the market, sending it higher. If you're asking about that, brother, Jamie. Hey, Belor, 1120 candle is your order block. 1120 candle. Yeah, yeah. Market structure shift, last fair value gap or entry fair value gap, whatever you say, came here, went higher, engineered liquidity, didn't been trade, then come back again, trade this order block, violated the order block, build a new order block, consecutive order block, used that order block, sent the market higher, cleared the liquidity. Now it's the lunch hour. I'm just not interested to trade here. Okay, so whatever it will do, it will do. But until lunch hour, I was thinking about a small sell, small buy. Both of the area I tried to take the partial here below this relatively equal lows, so that is the partial. Target was here, and here that was the partial, and target was 5 handle above that high, just 5 handle above that high. 1029 you went long was inversion. I didn't use not even a single inversion fabric over here. You entered as it was going up. Thanks. 1029 can let me check this. If you're asking about 1029, where is the 1029? I didn't use any inverse gap. That's I know. 1029 here. I don't see any. I don't remember if I used something here or not. Did I mark anything over here? Let me check. No, I didn't mark anything here. That's all I have marked here. There was a gap here. I have just removed. 1129. This one? 1129. 1129. This one? Okay, I used this gap to take my entry. that is the last fair value gap that has been inversed. Use this last fair value gap to take my entry depending on that order block and the gap here. So I had to cover the 50% of this gap. The reclaimed, it could be used as a reclaimed gap, and used this last fair value gap to take my re-entry. Did the same thing over here. See this gap, this is the last fair value gap. I took my entry here, I took my entry there depending on the last fair value gap. If you go to the fair value gap concepts, you will get these entries over there. See this last fair value gap, I used the last fair value gap to take my entry. Same thing here, this is the last fair value gap, I used the last fair value gap to take my entry. I didn't use any inverse gap. Okay, but I think you have understand that what is the importance of the partial. So if you take the partial, you are already profitable. If it hit your extreme target, you are lucky. But if you can take the partial at least, you don't need to worry about your loss or something like that, whatever it is. By the way, this is really so bad price action, and to be honest, here if I were, I knew that I am in front of my live streaming is one, I wouldn't frame not even a single trade, nothing. That was the first entry opportunity I was trying to catch. Here this market did the same thing again. I hate this market again. I wanted to see the body close below this gap, which is the inverse gap. That was the only inverse gap I was trying to use. Unfortunately, market didn't give me the entry. Then come back here, the constant crossment, which was my extreme target. Come back again to the low of this inverse gap, then it has fallen. So I was not interested to take the sell here. I was more interested to see it will go through this, and I would love to take the buy here. Okay. At the same time, I was looking for this gap. If it is broken, last fair value gap concepts from there to until this sell side liquidity, at least the partial over here. So that was the thinking over here. This same, whatever you logic you will say around this area, you can use the same logic around here, around this area. So this is the inverse gap. Whatever you are seeing here, that same thing is here. Just let me show you this. You can use this, right? Same logic is here, exactly the same logic here and here. Bullish gap turned into inverse gap, let it build the bearish gap again. Bearish gap turned into a inverse by that candle, let him build the bullish gap over here. This is that same bullish gap here, this is the bearish gap. Okay, so let him build the bullish gap. After building the bullish gap, whenever it will close above this gap, it's a buying opportunity from there. After building the bearish gap, whenever it will close below this gap, it's a bearish opportunity over here. Same thing I was waiting here, same thing around this area. Bullish gap, sorry, bearish gap, build the bullish gap. When the bullish gap has been built by that candle, right, this candle has built the bullish gap, sorry, that black candle, it has built the bullish gap. Is it above this gap? Of course it is above this gap. The first time it will tap to this bullish gap because the bullish gap is above this gap. See this gap, above that gap. Here the bearish gap is inside this gap. So if this bearish gap was below this gap, below that gap, I could take my entry from that bearish gap. Same thing here, the bullish gap is above the bearish gap or the inverse gap, above the inverse gap. So whenever it will close above this gap, or you can see here, it actually tapped here and didn't close below this gap, right? So I can take my entry here by covering this, what to say, this inverse gap or whatever it is, just cover that. You have to be careful about the wick a bit, then you can take the buy toward that area. This logic, that logic, same logic over here, these two area, I just used the last gap concepts to take both of this sell and buy. And finally, you can see market is going to take that sell side liquidity by taking all of the buy side liquidity, fall, taps, do the same thing around here. Whatever you have done here, do the same thing here. Make it as an inverse gap. Like if you think that this is going to be taken, okay, if you think like that way, make the inverse gap, wait for the bearish gap. So let me actually mark that thing. Wait for the bearish gap to build the bearish gap. Whenever it will build the bearish gap by that specific candle, it has built the bearish gap, tapped to this bearish gap, as this bearish gap is below that bullish gap. If this bearish gap was inside this bullish gap, then of course you have to wait for this type of confirmation. Trade here, took the sell from there. If you think that this is going to fall, took the sell here, cover that gap, and like a bit weak, you have to be very careful about the weak, and then whatever your sell side liquidity is, hold that trade until that area. By the way, it's kind of 28 handles, so of course not a good idea. But like this zone, that zone, this zone are the same thing. Unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity here. Market just fall. I just let it go. Thank you guys for being over here. I think it was a good day, but unfortunately, market didn't give us any entry. Okay, to be honest, no entry has been provided today. Like here, we tried that order block trade. Market didn't provide the order block trade. Then we have tried to take this entry from this area. Also didn't provide us that. Then market fall. There was an inverse gap entry. If you remember that area, I was trying to take a sell. Market didn't give us the entry from there. Then we have found this bullish order block. Market didn't give us the entry from that bullish order block, and then market actually went higher. No trade is valid in this area. Simply no buy is valid here. As I told, if you'd love to take the buy, first let the market to take some liquidity. Some liquidity has to be taken. After taking the liquidity, you are able to take the buy. And of course, this is what it is. I mean, if you would love to take a frame sell here, no problem, because this is premium, so you can frame a sell, but buy, no, not valid. So overall, this market actually didn't give us any entry, even though we have framed a beautiful setup, right? This is a beautiful setup. You agree with me or not, I don't care, but that was a really beautiful setup. Here, that was a beautiful setup. Then this buy was also a beautiful setup, but market never give us the entry opportunity. But thank you so much guys for being over here. Before closing, I would love to remind you one more time, Apex 80% discount, use code T2T, 1 day pass, and $85 lifetime activation fees. I hope that you guys enjoyed this stream, even though we didn't find any entry opportunity. Until the next time, cheers guys. So the bullish parabolic gap have to be on the top of the bearish parabolic gap. Now it doesn't need to be like here. The like inverse gap and bullish gap can be aligned together. So if you are looking for the buy, then the bullish gap has to be above the inverse gap. If the bullish gap is below the inverse gap, no, it's not valid. But it can be aligned all together. Like here you have seen the bullish gap, sorry, the inverse gap and the bearish gap aligned together. If the bearish gap was above this inverse gap, no, it's not valid. Same thing here, the inverse gap and the bullish gap. Bullish gap was above the inverse gap, so it is valid. Same here, the inverse gap and the bearish gap. Bearish gap is below the inverse gap, it's valid. But if the bearish gap is above the inverse gap, no, it's not valid. Thank you so much guys for being over here, and see you tomorrow. Okay, until then, cheers guys.